high. We'll see if they can hold this area. This is going to be a very key area for both buying too. Just like I said, at first 5 minutes of the I'm just going to let look to determine which stock has relative strength or weakness. So far, we can see A and D are dropping from low, previous day low. So a lot of weakness in that day occurring. All right, Q's coming back down here. We'll see what happens here with the overall markets.
Yeah, I do like Palantir here. If we can reclaim back above our previous day highs, that's going to be key. And then INTC, pretty big buyers stepping in right off the bat as well. Keep on INTC above our 90. Even a SpaceX reclaim as well above our previous day highs. So Palantir reclaim above our previous day highs. SpaceX potential reclaim above our previous day highs. NVIDIA buyers are stepping in here. All green candles so far after earnings. NVIDIA most likely next level will be that pre-market high, 227. Palantir here, I'm going to keep an eye on the one calls and Friday's expirations on Palantir. If we can reclaim above our previous day highs here, interested for a Palantir move back towards the upside.
Yeah, so far Q's kind of right at that previous day high. We'll see if Q's going to hold this previous day high. That's going to be the main priority. Q's hold the previous day high here. SPY also right at previous day high. We'll see if SPY can hold previous day high. So far, Tesla, every candle has been enough. Those candles of Tesla, every single candle has been enough. Those candles of Tesla, Nvidia back at previous day high. And use the reclaim of 957.90s as a minimum. This is S&P not really that much strength. INTC a little bit more strength than the rest of the market here on INTC. We'll see what happens here with SPY. It seems like it needed to hold up.
Our overall markets here within the first 5 minutes, you can see SPY pulling back down to that previous day highs. Key is a little bit of a pullback here as well. First 5 minutes is bearish, but we're right into it basically previous day highs. So we'll see if this level holds here, more so on the higher time frames, and buyers can step in, and we'd be looking for continuation back towards the upside here. A couple names that I like, Palantir reclaim as I mentioned, 180 Palantir. Palantir reclaim pretty quickly. Most likely we get a win for potential back here, but I do like Palantir. Pretty strong reclaim back with that previous day high so far. And then SpaceX, even if we can reclaim back above the previous day highs as well.
Palantir has some relative strength here for QQQ overall.
So Q still right at our key level, not too huge or extremely bullish since Palantir and Nvidia. Potentially, if we can hold above this 222, more of a reversal setup towards the upside, but this one gapping up, strong earnings. Risk would be underneath a little bit, looking for a push back up towards high gain above.
So far, the name of the relative strength is going to be Palantir. QQQ right now in this previous high, consolidating overall. Palantir does its strongest name so far.
Another name you can keep an eye out for here, if buyers do much step on the keys, we can keep an eye on the SpaceX reclaim back above our previous highs. And then Nvidia potential low risk entry here on this 222. CRM moving nicely. This one had been starting to yesterday. Some software needs moving right in the door right off the bat. Potentially your pre-market high, along with your 5-minute range highs and play on CRM. Our buyers are stepping in so far here on the keys. We keep an eye on Nvidia here. Some buyers are stepping in off this 222, 225 calls. So what I'm going to be looking at here on Nvidia.
We have pretty big buyers on Nvidia here coming up along with Q, some buyers setting up on QQQ here as well.
Yeah, this Nvidia reclaim candle most likely going to close at high end. If you get some sort of pullback, I feel like it did quite a bit for move up into high end a month. With that strong buyers and that reclaim, we most likely would pull back down. But if you can offer a pullback, you're interested in 225s or push up into the high day, and it's pre-market high.
Yeah, well, SPY and Q's kind of held up there. SPY and Q's pushing back up pretty aggressively here on SPY and Q's. SPY back at high day. Q's a little bit lagging from high day, but SPY back at high day. Tesla potentially retested the down close candle is in here as well, along with the 5-minute high. Tesla 5-minute high and down close candle is 937 candle on Tesla. Without even retest on that one, and for Nvidia now, it's back at high day. Most likely for me, what I would be looking for is Nvidia to break back above high day. 5-minute high retest plus the download cable retest. So NVIDIA break the one on high day and then come back for retest potential. Be interested in that. MU and SNDK are a little bit weaker so far. Just quarter down close cables on both MU and SNDK. IATC did not come back for 9014 retest, so no entry on IATC so far. And then for QQ, like I said, it's kind of holding up here. SPY is at the high of day, whereas QQ was not able to reach high of day. We'll see what happens. I'm going to keep an eye on this Tesla potential pullback here for a retest. And then NVIDIA, you can see kind of the rejecting high of day so far. Palantir as well. This was a retest on Palantir with technically the downwards cable we just put in. So that downwards cable retest on Palantir near that 181, 118.
NVIDIA here, this one, another opening range candle for a flip of its high day. It was pre-market high.
For the day, baby. Good job. See what you do. Know that.
Yeah, Palantir moving up nicely, at least for a minute right now. Probably going to hold off. My stop will be a whole day. So pretty wide stop. Unless you can see some buyers here off this kind of opening print. I think look for a higher low towards off. But right now, currently, my stop going to be a whole day. So a little bit too much risk for me personally, but I do like NVIDIA for push up into this pre-market high level 227.
Good job, boy.
Palantir, nice reclaim that I talked about earlier.
Tall, nigga. I just trust your shit, nigga. I know the fuck I seen. See that shit do, bro.
Potential retest here is in play on Palantir, but this one looks really strong here on the time frames.
If I have more calls, I'm letting that bitch run. One more right here.
Yeah, Tesla, there's a pretty big pop here on Tesla with QQ popping.
Bust. Don't fuck with me, man. That shit is that pop.
Back up into high day here as well. Tesla, this one, of course, a lot of strength. Next level of Tesla for me is pretty to stay high. 351.92 on Tesla. I was waiting for some sort of pullback entry, but unfortunately just wasn't able to get it. Tesla just has a lot of strength. So we'll kind of wait for some sort of pullback here. Potentially SpaceX replay here is as well. The replay on SpaceX, that could be potentially played for NVIDIA retest here. The NVIDIA did come up into high today. It's currently retesting that 5-minute high plus that down close table here. NVIDIA, you need to see a little bit more strength in this Q pop, but NVIDIA is at a key level. We will see more buyers sending here on NVIDIA.
77 of that bitch, bro.
Palantir as well, really big pop on Palantir. That one buyers are sending very nicely. So I can see Tesla and Palantir. A lot of relative strength. We'll see if we get sort of pullback into the NVIDIA kind of in the key areas.
Yeah, so far we are getting those buyers on the queue, so that's 716 along with the SPY here on the previous day highs. Palantir now, the key levels is 183, the 5-minute. Noticing that so far, this one pretty bullish. Next levels all the way back up to Georgia 187 here on better time frames.
Started. Jay's warming up. So I'm like, I'm just warming up, nigga. Thank you, Palantir.
As I say, with the cues, it went up to the high day. You see a little bit of stepping in. Palantir is really the strongest ticker here in the markets. There is a couple minutes I had a nice pop with the cues, but you can see these ones are definitely pulling back here now. Pretty strong sellers actually there on the cues, so you definitely have to be a little bit patient. Being the bullish that you have here is going to be this Palantir pullback down into this 1.2.
Let me talk y'all boys through what I seen, y'all boys. I was so locked in. I was so locked in, man. I was too locked in, man. I was too locked in. Let me talk to y'all boys. I bet I seen the screen though. I seen the screen. So you and my man watching, bro. I was going in between. I was going between. I started off with a few of them already alerted. Watching Google. Google showed me something. I was looking for at least the whole push and all that something, but it didn't give me what I wanted. So as you can see, I didn't take that in reverse. I was looking into right here. If y'all see it live in action, y'all can just see my thought process. I was looking at this, looking like for the retest off here. I was looking for the reclaim and hold underneath here, but it didn't give me that. I came right here. I was gonna jump. I didn't like what I seen on my second screen, and it went going. Right? It kept going up, so I started looking at that. But Palantir was strong. Well, I was already looking for the upside. It's market pumped up after video earnings, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. Let me go ahead and fuck around and play with this shit right here. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, all right, cool. 2 levels. This is my jet sweep. I've been talking. This is my jet sweep. I call this the jet sweep. Set up a level right here. So I know, like, at the end of the day, it's either gonna reject. It's gonna reject. It's gonna reject candle. It's either gonna reject yourselves pulling out, right? Either gonna reject, or it's gonna keep pushing, right? So if I'm being honest with you, as y'all seen, I initially tried to get in here. I really wanted to get in down here, but I hesitated. I can honestly say I hesitated. I really wanted to get in right here. Set my stop loss right here. Low key, I can set it right here. But it was a super tight, what you call it. But I ain't want to lose, right? It just wasn't showing up on my second screen how I wanted to see it, right? It didn't show up on my second screen how I wanted to see it. It did a little pullback. It was a little strong. I wanted to wait for 5 minutes, which I did, right? But this is the fifth candle, right? And I was waiting for it. Do I wait for it to close, or do I go with it, right? I was just a little shook about that. So now I'm like, all right, fuck it, I missed it. But I ended up getting in all the way, like, probably right here. And I'm like, bro, that's like a little too close. I didn't like the risk to reward. So I took it. It pushed all the way up here, for like $30 per contract. But I ended up not selling it here. I think it was going to just break and keep running. But it ended up pulling back. So I probably sold like around like the bottom of this candle, right? So it was really a small win, like $7, something like that, right? I'm like, fuck. I'm like, damn, Palantir gonna run. So I start seeing this little battle, right? So that little battle that I'm seeing, I'm like, okay, it's pushing. I'm like, all right, cool. All I want to see is a strong candle above, right? I start seeing the push. I see this. I set my stop loss below that. To break that, it's not going. So I'm like, all right, cool. I see a strong push above this candle. I'm like, all right, fuck, I'm gonna get in. As you can see, I got in right there. And pushed up here, scaled out a little bit. Pushed up here, scaled out a little bit. I don't remember if I got off on this candle, but it scaled up, got out, guys. It went to my 4-2. At this point, I'm not playing with many contracts, so by this point, I'm fully out of the trade. But if I have more contracts, I'm playing with more contracts. I'm touching this, right? It's probably my third TP, right? Because at this point, I already made my money. So now it's just like let's see how far I can run before I see the blue candle. I'm touching that, right? I'm probably getting out like inside of this candle. All right, cool, right? A little bit more. Now I'm playing next levels. I'm playing next levels. Like now, probably got still a little bit running. I'm like, okay, we could go all the way up here, all the way to the blue line. This is where real resistance is. And all these things, I'm gonna watch it and see if it makes it up there. But that's what I think is gonna go. That's the only thing else that showed up. So boom, I wasn't looking at Netflix, right? But Netflix was something that did get alerted. I had Amazon here, right? I was watching Amazon. Amazon didn't show me any pullback. It just ran down. But I did like the setup that I seen there, right? Let's take a look at Amazon. I was looking for this. I was looking for like a retest right here. It showed it to me early, but it's too early for me, so I did not take it. But it was definitely there. I seen it running, so I kind of like so focused on this that I forgot to like switch back to Netflix. Um, but like I said, it's actually setting up right here nicely for retest. Like this retest maybe might go, but low key I don't trust it because it already ran all the way down to the level. Once it get close to the blue line, you don't even want to fuck with that nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave that alone. So now we really stay looking at what's that? Netflix. Netflix was there. I don't really trade Netflix. I could have got in on Netflix right here. Broke two levels, right? Broke two levels. I was already waiting for that break. I wanted to see it come below this retest, but like I said, it's a level down here. This level is not that strong, so it's only gonna push a little past it compared to blue. Once it get to it, it's gonna disrespect it. It's right here, like I said. I'd really catch this, good to the run, small move. That's why I don't really play this. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that has a lot of strength. Like I said, there's something there. Money is to be made, but no, I don't trade Netflix. I probably trade Netflix one time. Now let's look at some other alerts that went off, right? This just went off. I already took my trade for today, so I'm most likely not taking another trade. But let's look at this, right? This is I marked that as a green. So this set up nicely. This set up nicely. You see? I'm not taking that. Boom. Already disqualified, right? Don't even need to talk about that. It's not showing everything I want to see. Let's look at MSTR. MSTR went alerted for me. So let's take a look at MSTR. MSTR, not a stock I really like trade, but as you can see, let's see, 15 minutes set up. But that's a green. Set up nicely. Set up nicely. Okay, cool. Now, this has already made a big move for today, right? Let's take a look, right? Like it's ranged 1% down, another percent up, right? It's moving heavily, right? So that's something like we kind of like, okay, we should have, we was going to catch it, we was going to catch it on this retest. But that's not my strategy, right? I'm looking at it now. Is low-key still has some space to run. If you was aggressive and you think it's going to pop, this is where I'm taking another one, right? So I'm looking at here. Looking at my second screen, we're looking at the 49, 50 minute, right? We probably getting in here at the 50 or 51. So let's see. 50, 50, 51. I'm not touching that, right? So we here. And now if we go, my bad, y'all, my bad. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Okay. Now look, it's here. It's pumping. All right, so let's zoom in a little bit. Let's double click on the other side. So now, let's look at this. This is where we're looking to enter 53. So what does this show on my second screen? I'm gonna let you guys know. I just can't share both at the same time. So I pull it back a little bit. So we actually looking to get in at the 50. We would have got in here. 54. Super tight stop loss, right? Yeah, and then on the 54, super tight stop loss. Reason it's a super tight stop loss is because we getting at the bottom of this new candle, right? We getting in like right here. So super tight loss. You see 34. We can pull this down. This is what we aiming for. This would have been a quick money maker right here. Let's see how these contracts are moving on MSTR. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. That's also a stock I don't think I ever traded it. Let's see what it's moving like. So I would have probably copped the 130 contracts. Let's see. From the 53. Would have got in at 53. Let's say we got in. So we got in at the high of the 53, which was 264. Right now it's at 340. So that would have been a beautiful, beautiful trade if you was able to catch that, right? It's not overly extended. It's low key out of perfect range. As you can see, it looks like that's some resistance, but it's bound to still push. There's a lot of sellers coming in right now, but I think it's still a good trade. So I'll just let that sit there and let y'all see that play out. The other trade that just popped up is Coin. Coin, looking a little ugly right there. Let's see, 5 minute, 5 minute straight. 1 minute, how to get itself together. Okay, 1 minute got itself together, but like it's a lot of levels right now. This is where we're looking for, because there's probably an entry here. There's probably an entry here. So let me look at my second screen. There's probably an entry here. You want to see right now? Okay, let's see if we can get a trade here. Well, I'm not taking a trade, but let's see. I would want to see it come back, retest this level, right? Bottom of that, for me to say I'm okay with it. But low key is getting to that overextended point, right? It's like we get it to that overextended point. If I got into MSTR, that's a $1 move already. Definitely very, very strong. Like it hasn't had a down candle yet. So this is straight up to the sky right now, if I'm being honest. This would have been a beautiful trade for anybody who took it. Definitely like what I seen on that. So definitely something that's an eater. Feel me? 2 eaters, low key. Eater. So I'm on my one trade. I'm playing with a small account. It's not much I can do. You know what I'm saying? Coin, I would love to see Coin come back down before I even act like I want to touch it. You know what I'm saying? I want to see it come down, touch here. Maybe that down candle, which it should. Like I said, it's kind of at this overextended point. So it's something you have to be very, very careful on. It has to show you strength that it want to keep going. So let's see. There go MSTR. That is $4.264 if we got it there around that time, around that 260, give or take 10 cents. To 400. 400 is peak. No.
Taking majority off the high of the so if I do take a trade today, majority will be taken off the high of the 8. So we'll see if anything sets
Love it. Love it, fellas. We working. Ladies, if you're here too, talk to me. Talk to me now. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice, okay? Coinbase doing a pullback. It's a very weak pullback. It's not a lot of volume there. It's not growing. It was growing. It's still growing a little bit, so it has potential. Let's see if we take it. If we were to take that live. Let's see what we would get. Coinbase. If we're getting in this, we're getting in on the 190s. Probably your best bet. 190s. Getting in on the 190s. They're at 3. It's a little spread of 305, 330. I don't like spreads that wide. Low key, I need my spread to 5 cents. That's why certain trade stocks I won't very like. AVGO, I got into one. I'm like, what the fuck? I was already in the red as soon as I bought into it. Little stuff like that. As you can see, Palantir. It look like I got the top. Um, for example, if you look at QQQ, it's chopping around this 716 critical level, which is a daily level. So, like I said, I'm looking at as a gainer stock because it's not in my zone. So, boom, we're in there. If I were to take that, right, I'm buying at the ass. So, I paid 330, 340 for this contract. So let's see how it moves. Let's see how it moves. Because I'm going to be in the middle if I were to take that. So, I probably wouldn't take coin just simply off the spread. That's something I'm going to deal with. Look at MSTR pumping like a hoe. Pumping. You see, my mentor taking the video. The video didn't alert on mine, so it's not something I would trade. But I'm gonna take a look at it just for you guys. Look at coin. Coin for the higher. You take profit right here. You take profit. You took some profit right here. I'm taking profit right here. I already took some profit. If I'm live in this trade, you see. The reason you take some is because for a situation like this, because it might not pump. It's a level up here. It already did a lot of up and down. It already did a lot of swinging. You know what I'm saying? Like it went all the way down there, came all the way back up. That's a lot of money to be moved around. You know what I'm saying? But you the limit. You can only do so many transfers in a day. Think about it like that. I ain't gonna lie, that MSTR not slowing down, y'all boys. This probably would have been an eater. It already broke above that, so that means the strength it has right now shows that it's broke above. It's probably gonna push a little bit more. Either it keeps going or it's gonna come back and retest this and go another leg. I don't think I even have any levels above this. It's low key on some crazy shit right now. Yo, I gotta go in the hourly to figure out what the next level at on this. Like, I might stop right here. But look, it's a crazy move. I'm talking about no down camp, bro. This shit is on a burner right now. Look, coin cook. Shit on the burner. I want to see what we got 380 on the contracts. We're at 310, $70 move. We'll come back to that 190. I want to see what MSTR looking like. Let's see what MSTR looking like. Let's see what MSTR looking like. MSTR, I don't remember what contracts I was looking at, y'all boys. It's some crazy shit, though. I know this shit at least. I was looking at the one. I'm looking at the 130 from 264 when we got in to highs of 536, man. That is, you doubled up, maybe more than you done. We're crazy on them cons. We're crazy, you done doubled up on them cons. You feel me? You doubled up. Crazy move right there. That's a beautiful move. Something you can't fuck with. Look at coin though. Look at coin. We found a few opportunities today. If you was a coin taker, good job on that. Made some bread. We see right now at 385. The contract been caught up. We break over this here, bro. You finna run like crazy because we got the 190 contract right. 190 is like right. On fucking money. 190 psychological level. You get up in that motherfucker right there. Push above. Now you in the money. Now that contract really finna pop. So let's see what we get. Coin is look like it's slowing down a little bit. Like I said, this level is critical level, psychological level. So we'll see. It's something like that. Probably if it breaks above, we're gonna get that retest. Like I said, when I said you might get this retest right here, that's too much strength. They don't look like they want to come back down. If I'm being honest, it look like it's gonna keep pushing. It might push up to that psychological 135. So. I'm going to end the video. I'll show y'all what I'm going to do real quick. video dosing the video. The video not seeing not $1 for me. Actually, it could. It could. Where are we? Look, 15 minutes. See, it didn't even break above this, so that's something I probably wouldn't take. It doesn't have the volume. It doesn't have the setup that I would like.
Definitely a little bit of a slower market. We are still holding up. We'll see
It's slow for you.
It's still holding up though. In terms of
I said
structure.
this is not too bad. Like, don't get me wrong. Keep going off of this reclaim and retest. I don't personally like it, especially now that I look at it. I'm not taking that. It's a bad trade. It's the blue line.
Whether you're a beginner trader or you're an advanced trader, you can see that both of them are very, very tough.
Okay, blue line set.
Tesla a little bit more buyers. Tesla,
right there. Something I wouldn't take is too choppy here. Too choppy. Just
the reclaim with 90-14 is going to be key. 90-14 is going to be key for the reclaim.
I don't like it. I wouldn't take that just simply because I would rather see it above here. Especially when I see the pre-market. Unless it came, it did retested, I would have probably did that, but it went below and all of that. So something I probably would never touched.
If you look at the 5-minute on QQQ today, just
like my shit clean. Yeah, MSTR retest. Now look, are you a savage? Low key, I wouldn't take it because it's low key above, way above. I would want to see on my second screen for it to come down a little bit on my MACD. Yeah, that's kind of what I see today.
A little bit of buyer stepping up here on Tesla.
I'm going to take profit right here. So I have to do 1 or 2 minutes left over. I'm going to see where you get your bread. Let the rest be history, y'all boys. It's a good day in the market, man. I'm going to call it quits. I got to work tonight, and I'm going to lay down. It's going to be a long day. But we up, y'all, boy. We'll do a chart review at a later date. Another chart, but like my trade zeller review. That's all I got for y'all, boy, for today. So I'm going to end this stream real quick. Appreciate y'all boys for tuning in.